Hello, everyone. We are live, and I'm so excited because you know I love me some Potomac. We are about to talk about the Reasonably Shady episode of Potomac. It's your girl, Matique, Joy, and Callie. I'm going to play our intro, and then we are going to get into the craziness of it all. Let's see if this is the one. We'll do this. Come on and get this. Honey, come on and get to the money. Come on and come on, come on and come on. Yeah. Come on and come on, come on and money. Come on and come on, come on and come on. Yeah. Come on and money.
We ain't gotta hate, it's enough space. Bakery, make bread, and we get cake. Wait, face beat to the God. I beat all the odds, stay on my job. Big money, in the land of milk and honey. If you're married, keep your legs full. Yeah. You wanna eat it 'cause it tastes like honey. Got me feeling like ooh. He love honey like Pooh Bear. Come first like the new year. What you really tryna do here? I'm a vibe, I'm a mood, yeah.
Come on and get this, honey. Come on and show you how to get to the money. Come on and get this, honey. Come on and show you how to get to the money. Come on and come on, come on and come on. Yeah. Come on and show you how to get to the money. Come on and come on, come on.
Go ahead on Nene.
That makes me want to
I
dance.
know.
And that is such a good song.
Yes.
I actually bought it.
I really.
That
What
song is so fun.
Have y'all been listening to Candace's album?
No.
Every
It's
single
not-
song.
Bad. I will say I have really. It's on Spotify. If you have Spotify, I pay for it every month for the family plan, best plan to get because like 7 people can listen for like $10 a month. If people don't know that, but it is really
It's a good album.
very good. I'm very impressed with it. I think it's probably one of the best ones. Anybody else been? Oh, Antoinette, I cannot. I cannot.
What she say? What she say?
I said, have y'all watched Color Purple? Hell no.
What you say?
I
said, hell.
yes, and it's good.
no.
She is
And then you
doing.
heard her say, ooh.
Yes. I think I'm very impressed. A lot of the ladies did celebrate her. Let me see. I think I have a few of the pictures. What is this one? That's Robin and a Scaly. Is that how you say her name? And Candace.
Skylar.
Oh, what I call her? Scaly.
A Scaly.
I do that every time. That's Wendy and her. And this is Giselle, Candace, and Sharice was there.
I was
That
surprised that Giselle was there.
Huh?
Because she been shading the mess out of Giselle in her after the show.
Yeah, but I don't think Giselle cares.
I really don't.
She doesn't. Y'all know she
probably
don't.
said, "Oh, that was good. That's good for the show. Good job."
Yes,
Three
I
on
do
Amazon,
wonder
5 on
about that
iTunes, yeah, she's
sometimes.
doing it.
She likes it. She said
Did y'all
it
see
in
them
the-
numbers? 3
At the
on
Reasonably
Amazon.
Shady thing, she said, I like a good shady moment. Like Giselle does not care. But yeah, Candace is number 3 on the Amazon and number 5 on iTunes. So she's doing good. You call her Alaska.
I didn't even think about because when I saw her picture, I was like, I'm surprised she there. But you know what? She probably. I mean, I know she's nonchalant.
Yeah.
But some things she do take personal.
So I
You
call.
know, so
Sorry, honestly can't stomach her, and she's paying her. Stop it. Stop. You think Candace is paying Chris?
No.
I do think Chris loves her though.
Chris
I do
loves
too.
her.
And I think she has a good guy if she don't lose him because
Yeah, 'cause she talks
to
so
him
bad
like
to
he's
him.
a child.
I don't think she's paying. She's not paying Chris. He just loves her. I told y'all the first time they had relations, he said he lasted 2 minutes. She good. She got that Porsche, as Heavenly say. But anyway, so let's get into.
I can't stand her either.
I can't stand Heavenly.
Heavenly is like she worse than Candace.
Yeah, she's awful, and I like everybody, but she's one, and I don't dislike her, but she's one I cringe when she's about to open her mouth. So this was episode something of season 6, but it was called Reasonably or Shady. Did you all enjoy this episode or
This
what?
was the best episode this season. Like
It
for
was
real.
the best.
This was the best. It had enough. You laughed.
God.
You people got red. It was so even Karen, and I can't
Yes.
barely stomach her, was hilarious. And that's the Karen that I would like to see more of. She got to be like that every week. But I did hear one thing. I don't know if y'all watched it after the show.
I watched some of it.
They insinuated, some more clearly than others.
Oh God,
that what?
That she drunk calls?
Yeah, no, she made that clear that she does drunk calls.
Okay, what?
Yeah, because they talked about
in the
that
afternoon.
Openly. Yeah, in the afternoon.
Yes.
Because she called Robin once and said, I just don't like you. And then proceeded to tell her why. And Robin said, that's a true story. And she said, I couldn't even hang up. It was so interesting. But they insinuated that she drank before she got there.
Yes, before
Karen
she
was
got
actually
there.
a little drunk. And Karen drunk is fun.
She's fun.
And she doesn't like that because sometimes she says things that she doesn't want to say.
Like
And
when she
the
said
girls,
she paid for Ray's
girls
thing.
use it against her.
Because she said, yeah, she paid. She said she paid for Ray to get out of trouble.
Yeah.
And she said she needs to watch her for JJ.
Yeah.
When she
to me, that's at least the normal drunk stuff.
Yeah.
I think that it was really what Ashley did. I think more anything burned her being drunk, and it either didn't air or she said it off camera.
Yeah. And
the fact that Ashley brought it up the way that she did, Karen didn't even respond. Which
was it the dried old penis one?
That it don't work
anymore? Yeah.
And she was complaining about it.
Yeah.
And she thought she was amongst girlfriends, but Ashley kind of used it against her in the middle of an argument.
But anyway, so let's get to the where was Karen at Candace's release party?
I told you Karen don't really engage with these girls. I don't even think she generally likes them. I wouldn't be surprised that when filming stops that she don't see or speak to any of them until it's some kind of promotion or something.
It's when they have to do something.
Hey, Montique.
Uh-huh.
I can't hear Montique. I hear Joy.
Do you want me to put this one on or no?
What?
You want me to have that one on? Is that one better?
I can't hear her. It's weird. Okay.
Oh, wow. Oh, she can't hear you at all?
Really?
Mm-mm.
Oh, she was asking if she put the 4 on. Would that work?
Oh, I don't know.
Put it on again, Montanika. Try.
Okay, let's see.
Does
that work?
Say something.
Hello? Hello?
Say something.
Me?
Montique.
Now it's echoing.
Okay.
You don't hear it at all?
No.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Lord. How we going to do it?
I'm
I'm about to send you my note.
Yeah, log out and do it back again. Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask the group something since Callie's gone. What did you all think? Okay, I'm just going to make this statement. Why I like Potomac. I like Potomac because these girls do not put on a facade. They do not pretend.
Yes, they do. But okay.
They are very vulnerable. Because if you think about it, no other franchise would do a music video in the parking lot. And no other, I'm just seriously, and no other franchise would go have an event in a house that's being rehabbed.
But why are we giving Wendy a pass this year? Because she has faked every scene she's led. Because this past week, if you believe, she invited a scholar and Karen over to stuff 10 book bags.
Stop it.
Seriously, like, why do we allow her to get away with it? Because I don't believe every single solitary scene she has led this season seems rehearsed and so fake and phony. I have never understood the people who say I fast forward through their scenes. I'm like, then you're missing a part of the show. Like, you, even the people that you don't like, you watch them.
I watch them. Yeah,
never done that, but I want to do it to her
because she's probably the only one that is not true.
You want to do it to Wendy?
Yes. Because nothing, every time she gets on the screen, it's nothing authentic. Her talking to her boys, although that was a good conversation. I rewatched it again. He used the word threat. That's what it was. It didn't sound
you
like
kept trying to think of the word
a kid would say.
Can you hear me, Callie?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. So it didn't seem like something a child would say. And I'm not saying, threat ain't no huge vocabulary, but they don't. That's something that they hear us say that they are repeating. Everything that she put out, I don't care if it was her sitting down talking to Eddie about, oh, I didn't know I had to put together to register the name of my business. And she did it in a year and a half.
Right.
You can go Google it. Or the fact that she's sitting that she don't know what her plan is. This girl has been planning this season since she came on there. Now
she has. She's been plotting and planning.
Right. And that's fine. Maybe she had clear goals that she wanted to achieve as a housewife. I don't even have a problem with that. Because you should come out of this situation better.
Yes.
You should. You should not come out of it worse. But you should at least be. And I think what irritates me about Wendy more is Karen fakes a lot of scenes too. But she has somebody like Ray to balance her out. Because he won't fake it with her.
He won't.
You know.
But Eddie will.
Who?
Eddie will. He'll fake it with Wendy.
Nobody else. Eddie is on board with the fakery.
Yeah.
She didn't got her children. But somebody had posted, she had made the comment that on Twitter, I was so proud of my son. I said, you should be. He learned all his lines.
You did not say that.
All his lines. She should be very proud.
So Antoinette said she likes Potomac because they admit when they do. I mean, Robin had. I mean, they really will let you know when they're going through something. You know what I mean? Yeah. And even Karen with the wig, when her wig almost came off, she said that's what made her.
That was the wig. So funny.
They just they just do it. So I like them because they're more vulnerable. I hope they never.
Somebody else would have been like, bravo.
Yeah, right. Every time they show a scene with Mia and her family, do you think that seems fake with Mia?
Well, there's an argument that I don't know. I'm trying to give her a benefit of a doubt. Now, I'm a person, if Mia's like me, she's younger than me. So
you think so?
I don't know. She claims.
Okay, go ahead.
So a person like me, Mia could have been watching reality TV her whole life too. So she comes in and want to portray a certain image. I think because I am a reality show junkie, I think I would know how to play the game. I think. Right. With that being said, there are people that are saying that she's faking this
thing with her mama.
Yeah, with her mom, because her children ran to her.
Yeah.
For her to be rekindling the relationship, they were saying that her children seem to be very familiar with her.
That is true.
But I don't think that it wasn't that their mother wasn't familiar. I just don't think it's nearly as much as she wanted it to be, because obviously they were in touch when she's asked her to be her nanny.
Right.
So
and she always put the other sister before her. I think that's
more of the issue, and she's been pretty clear about it. And if you this last episode, I thought she was pretty clear that she's a little jealous of her mom and that relationship, and for her to call it codependent is really unnecessary. I think parents do look at their children, and you figure out you do treat them differently based off of who they are and the need of their child. Mia could hire anybody. But her sister probably, maybe she's not as financially, set.
I doubt it.
Fake. I thought it was all fake because what did she? Oh God, I can't think. She said something about her sister. No, I just lost my thought. I'll come back.
Okay, so Latoya said you saw it on the kid's face, and the boy said, "I miss you, Grandma," or "I love you." He did. He said, "You look pretty today." She has some very good, nice kids, I can see.
Yeah. So that's what I was gonna say. I thought it was fake because when she took her mom out to lunch and they tried to rekindle everything, that just so happened to happen when you're filming for your first reality show. That's what made me think her thing was all set up. I don't think that scene was faked. Only because I remember when Mia had first mentioned something to her, her mother said, "Don't go there."
Yeah, she said, "I want to talk about it."
Yeah, she don't want to talk about it. And I kind of get the impression.
But she waited until the cameras for the reality show was there.
Why Mia didn't let her?
I'm not arguing that. But I think that I don't think that part was fake. I think that mom maybe sometimes people do feel more comfortable talking on camera, and I do think that there were things that Mia didn't necessarily know or maybe knew from a different perspective. Like when your mother tells your story, my mother tells me stories, and it's some of them I've heard many times, but sometimes she add a little sauce on it or add a little tidbit of this here, so you listen.
And then another thing I think we said, was it this week or maybe last week, is that they may wanted to get it out in the open before someone went digging to try to find out what's up with her mom. Why was she in jail? Because her mom was in jail for 20 years. Well, could have been for 20. So why
you want to get ahead of that story? And that may be the talk that she had to convince her to talk. Like, Mom, they're going to dig you up. I don't want them to create your narrative. I want you to create yours.
Why Mia didn't tell her mama to come live with her if she was concerned about her relationship with her mom? I think her mom really likes helping her sister. You know, and maybe Gordon don't want her mama to live with them.
And something else I wondered. I don't know how y'all feel about this. Her husband and her mother are probably so close in age. I wonder, because I kind of hear that he's kind of inappropriate.
Girl,
I do wonder if she even likes him. That could also play a part.
The mama even likes him.
I wonder if they would gel well together, because that could also play a part.
And then the sister's not married.
And the sister's
Mia's
not
married. So, Mia needs to need a storyline. Being a stripper, girl, turn chiropractic.
It was totally gonna take her so far. Girl, look.
That's true.
Girl, I was just arguing with somebody in one of these groups about Candace, about what is shade and what is being mean. And I said, being called a lady of the night, right? Being called a concubine ain't shade.
Being said that your husband got you off the gutter. What did she say?
Right.
Yeah,
to me, at least a lady of the night sounds sexy.
Yeah,
like
you lady of the
really
night.
is in ball gowns,
serving
steak and lobster.
So Antoinette said she would not drag her mama
nasty
in front of the camera. Would anybody else? Would you do that in front of the camera to your mom? How's she helping her sister?
Well, if I went on a reality show, for real, I would do the same thing to my mother, but my mother would probably be willing.
Yeah, I think yours would.
Yeah, she would probably be willing, because she's a counselor.
Yeah.
But I would rather for my mother to create her own narrative than blogs.
Okay, the way I think she's helping is because the sister has kids, and so when she's at work or something like that, the mom watches the kids or picks them up from school or takes them to soccer. And so that's how she's helping her. Yeah, that was funny, T. So let's go kind of in order. So it started off, I think, because I just be taking notes, y'all, with Giselle on the phone in front of her little rehab house. Talking about,
what do y'all think about that? Because I love the idea. I've rehabbed a house, a gut rehab of a house.
That's what
yes, I had a gut rehab. So I mean, mine wasn't like that. We were done in probably about 7 months.
We're gonna get to that.
But I wasn't in the middle of a pandemic.
I was about to say it's pandemic.
There's a whole lot going on, because she bought the house in 2019. And she did the inside first. Then she planning on doing the outside, and then the pandemic happened.
Then COVID hit.
And I don't know if I've read this, but I'm almost positive Giselle paid cash for this.
Yes, her house is paid for. She owns it.
Her house is paid for. So
she paid $900,000.
Different flavor to a rehab. You taking your time. Every time you come across $20,000, you get something else done. You get another $50,000, you get something else done.
The only time I've ever been mad at Wendy on this show, because that's my girl, is when she shaded her house.
I thought that was
jealous of this. I thought, ooh, that is so cold.
And and she would be wrong if she said, I sure ain't jealous of nobody with a $1.3 million loan.
No, student loan.
And allegedly got $500,000 worth of student loan.
That's right.
Now I want you to think about that. Like, it's just smart business. That's just smart business.
It is.
And where her zip code is.
Oh God, but that's
she'll be able to get double that amount of money. Y'all have to remember that was a $900,000 dump.
Yeah.
So if it's $9,000,
$900,000
like even livable.
Yeah.
You can only imagine what the property is running.
And then think about how far Wendy has to live from them. Because every time they go to her house, they're like, oh my God, you didn't tell me you lived this far away. Like she does not even live near their zip codes that they live in.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so it started off with this. Giselle said, Hotel Giselle is going to be one step at a time. And she's going to finish it eventually.
She said it's going to be nice, just not today.
Not today. And I was proud of that. Let me see if we got any comments.
And she's doing this by herself. Now, we can argue, well, she ain't got no choice. We can argue that.
I haven't looked
at it. But she said she did. That she paid it in full. I believe she paid that house in full.
I did too.
Well, she actually said, I remember her saying when she got the house, you can Google it. The quote is out there. You laughing at me?
No, the T. Go ahead.
Oh, rehabbing house. I'm not mad. I'm mad that she hosted the event in the middle of the mess.
That's why
I think she wanted to see that was her mess. See, I don't think Giselle is squeamish about this sort of thing.
She's not.
Like, y'all have to remember that when Giselle bought the house, she let the cameras in the house when the toilet. Y'all don't remember the toilet?
Robin did that too when she was doing stuff. That's why I love Potomac.
That's why I say that there's certain people, this particular franchise, you are correct, Montanique.
Yeah.
Don't really fake it except Wendy.
They don't fake it.
That's a real moment. You know the vision that a person has to have to walk. That house was a mess.
Yeah.
When I saw it, I was like, oh Lord.
Jesus be a fence, honey.
Right. It was
Internet said, Jesus, why invite folks over? And Robin tried to talk her out of it. So Robin was
assuming.
And it could have been because of the pandemic.
Right.
It could have been spring, and maybe they could have had 10 people, but not the production crew.
And I'm going to tell you this, Giselle knows that it's a pandemic. They ain't got a lot to film. We got to get people talking. Let them talk about my house. I don't care about them talking about my house. Because Giselle, she hadn't changed her wardrobe. That's what I was telling somebody. Giselle has not changed anything that nobody said about her because she don't care what y'all think. She is not. If she would not change her wardrobe like everybody else. You know what I mean?
Like Wendy, who saw herself on TV and trying to erase everything that made her authentic.
You're not gonna have me sitting in the woods surrounded by books.
I thought it was cute. I thought that the area
was nice.
Set up was really cute.
Then go. Oh, sorry, y'all.
And what did Wendy say when she was?
Then go to the park. The park ain't no better, Antoinette.
Robin said, "Welcome," and Wendy said, "To what exactly?" I was like, she is full of the shade today.
I don't think Giselle has changed her wardrobe that much. I think y'all start paying attention more because Karen said something, and a few of her outfits have been a little crazy. But if you go back through the seasons of watching Potomac, Giselle has not looked a mess every time. She's looked very nice several times.
She dressed like a racy first lady.
Yes,
I've always said that she'll have on a turtleneck shirt with some tiny shorts on and stockings.
Yeah.
Or she'll have on something see-through that may have her boobs out, but it's long pants. She dressed like a racy first lady.
Like Mary. Me and Callie found a website where we think she shops. I can't remember, but what was the site?
Area that also
that shirt was $90.
Yes, we found it where we think.
That one place that the church ladies used to have the hats from. The black. It was the black. I know exactly. Girl, my stepmama, who was a first lady, she stayed in that magazine.
Yeah, I used to love it. We used to go in there and be like, I would wear this hat if I was the first lady. You know what, we bad. Well, let's get on task. Okay.
Astoria or something like that. It's a black. I know. Let me find.
We found it. We'll post it. Kelly, you got to find it again.
We'll post it again.
Karen trashed her. Okay, so she said that she didn't want. So now people who say Robin listens to Giselle, this is proof that she does not. Giselle said, I don't want them in the house. And
That was shady.
Robin said, no, you're going to let them in. And she said, I can understand because they have talked about your house, but let them in. Now, they do have fancy porta potties because when we have events, I make sure that they get them. And it's like air conditioned. You walk in, there's stalls, there's a handicap accessible, there's a sink. I mean, we get those. I don't get them little stinky porta potties when we do stuff. Giselle could have got one of them. I'm just saying, Giselle.
I don't know. I was shocked that she didn't.
Yeah, because
like,
I mean, that was so nice.
Because I'm gonna be honest, in the middle of a pandemic, ain't nobody come in my house.
Yeah, there's a preacher's wife store.
Like,
I'm gonna tell y'all about it.
No, it's not.
Mary, dude. That's how they dress. What's their sister name? Gigi or whatever. That's what she dressed just like. She could dress Giselle.
Well, I was surprised that Karen wasn't as shady about the house. She was pretty decent.
Ashra. That's the name of it.
I wouldn't have invited her in either.
Yes, I mean. So
That's
let's see. Let me go in order. So let's start off with Karen and Ray, and the prototypes came. Would y'all buy her candles? Her 3 wicks?
No,
I ain't buying nobody's candles but Bath Body Work. Here it is.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's the First Lady store. That's where Giselle shops, and it's fine. Y'all ain't right.
I knew exactly what y'all was talking about.
Cause Giselle,
girl, this Giselle all day. Girl, some of this stuff is Giselle all day. I like Giselle. Like, I really like
my
Giselle.
God. So do y'all really think that Ray got a call from a young girl, or was it a telemarketer, or was it even a call? I don't believe it was a call. So anyway, then Dorothy, aka Dorothy, talks to Candace. Do you think that it's smart for Candace and Chris to have a prenup?
Yeah. And they said that Giselle,
she did. They showed what she suggested it on Watch What Happens Live. What do y'all think about that, people who are watching? Oh, you don't get the phone call? Let me see. Yes, the phone call. Let's talk about that. So what do you think, Latoria, about the phone call? That scene was set up. I agree.
I caught the tail end, I guess. What happened?
When Karen and Ray were talking, and then there was a phone call supposedly from a young, pretty girl. And she was like, who? What do you think?
From Life Alert.
No.
Just checking to see if the batteries were updated. I'm just saying. Weekly follow-ups.
Not Life Alert.
Remember that cell phone Tom Girardi said, call Ray.
Okay.
Get him the flip phone that Erica got me. And then
you know who they got their Life Alert insurance plan from, right?
Who?
Shaw. Fraudulent.
You know what? We so BAD. I love y'all. So Chris said that Dot has never paid a bill with his name on it.
He sure did.
Okay.
And you know what was Dot's response? Okay.
was the bill Candace name on it? Who name's on the bill, Chris? Maybe your name, because it happens like that. The only young pretty girl calling Ray is Raven. That's what somebody said. It was probably Raven. That's a few people that said that, T.
What do y'all think about the argument that, I don't know if we talked about that.
What?
We talked about it at the thing that what's her name told Candace in real time.
Wendy.
Wendy told Candace in real time that
about the question.
Did y'all think that was shady, or what was the other one? Shady or reasonable?
Reasonable. Okay. So do you think what Wendy did at the video shoot while telling Candace in real time, while she was already kind of stressed out about cars not being there and everything, about what Mia said?
Well,
was that reasonable or was that shady?
I thought it was reasonable. I understand that it could have been distracting, but overall, I thought it was reasonable.
Candace said she didn't mind.
That little girl.
But she didn't check Mia. But okay, so Candace is gonna say that Mia has the chiropractic stripper LLC. She does not like Mia. What is it because she's because she married into wealth?
I really do think I told you that last week. I think that Candace has a problem with women that she perceived as being kept women, because she goes after Mia and Candace,
Ashley.
in the exact same way, because she actually referred to both of them as concubines.
Right.
Because of what Ashley in the after show, when Ashley kind of co-signed something that Mia had said at the little Reasonably Shady party, she was like, I ain't thinking about neither one of them concubines.
She did. So it's a delay. So people are just now answering the question about, is it shady, Joy? So I'm going to show you some of the stuff that they said. Latoya, Wendy did right, and Candace agreed. It could have been a later time, but she did the right thing. Mia started it with Candace. Yes. Oh, really? Did she?
She
goes after them because they have rich husbands. So how did Mia start it with Candace? Can you what happened? Somebody let me know.
I don't think she did, because Mia was the first one there. She was standing around there waiting.
Do you mean overall in the entire show, or do you mean at the what do you call it, the video shoot, or where are you talking about? I think Latoya said that. Can you explain? All right. So let's see. Mia was the mom. Okay, Sweet Kids. We talked about that. So we talked about Karen visits Wendy. They did the little 10 backpacks, and they talked about this trip, right? And then Mia at the thing mentioned the luggage comment. So we knew about it. Why were people thinking it was so good when it was?
Because she literally said it to Karen. That's what I was telling. Somebody was saying she read them for words or something.
She read them for nothing.
Shut up, girl. Who said that?
She literally said that to Karen.
Right.
When she was talking in her kitchen. She literally said that maybe they'll bring their luggage, and they
all kind of laughed.
Yeah, and then she said it again. I was like, did y'all miss that or something? They was talking about that read wasn't rehearsed. I said it actually was, because she said it before.
So she started it. Mia has started with Candace the entire show, is what she said.
I actually don't think so. I think that
I don't know.
Candace, because I remember thinking, this is just me, Candace said something to her that I thought was kind of shady. It was in regards to Wendy too. It's not an accident that they gravitated toward each other, Candace and Wendy, because it was in the middle of that argument, and Mia was like, was I talking to you? And I said, oh, these two chicks is vying for Karen's to be her granddaughter. I remember saying that out loud, because Karen literally, it was about Karen, but it was in regards to Wendy. Wendy and Mia was arguing, and she stepped in, and she was just like, I wasn't even talking to you. And that's when she would say little snide stuff about her in her confessionals. And I remember thinking they must get into it later on in the season, because she kind of gave us clues.
Yes.
They weren't going to get along for a minute, because if you listen to the confessionals, she's been talking about Mia for a couple of weeks.
Yes,
even the big old feet stuff came early.
Big old feet.
That was when
lady of the night.
She's been giving us clues that her and what's her name weren't going to get along. You just didn't. Of course, we didn't know how it was going to play out.
And Mia and what's her name again? Ascali? Say it again.
Ascala.
They've been going at it on Twitter too. So I don't get it. So it was
she said that
she jumped out at little Miss Mia.
Yes.
I was like,
I think it was because they were both vying for that, a champagne glass?
Yeah, they do a champagne glass.
Glass, because even when they're introduced, they never know who the housewife is going to be. They just say it's based off of what you do. If you notice, they still haven't featured the scholar. We don't know nothing about her family.
And she has a beautiful family.
Yeah, she does.
It was a read because Wendy said it to their face instead of just saying the luggage comment behind their back. Candace is just pissy. Yes, Candace was shady to me at first when Wendy threw her new titty party. Candace was hey,
but she said the titty party. Hold on. Candace.
Mia started when she threw the insult about her last night and got mad because her size 13s. See, I don't know. I can't remember who started it, but I just know that Candace and Mia are not meshing, and it's just
I knew it because of her confessional.
Yeah,
I didn't understand it But she's been going at Mia in her confessionals for a long
Well,
time.
Candace did say that she tried to protect Mia when they all were going at her after she sent the email about the text about the assistant, and then Mia still kind of went after her. But Mia likes Giselle and Robin more than she likes Candace, I guess.
You think so?
Because they were saying, because Giselle made the comment, which I guess we'll get into that next, at the thing was like, don't talk about her mama, something about talk about her.
Nobody told her that in person.
Yeah, but then Candace didn't know. But she was like, talk about, but even just mamas in general was just what Giselle was saying. Don't talk about mamas or children. We got enough to talk about each other.
Yeah,
talk about her big hands.
Right.
And so somebody was like, well, you didn't get mad at Giselle for saying something about your big hands. And I was like, well, I guess she likes Giselle a little more. But people say Giselle get away with murder and the ladies don't get mad at her as much.
I think that there's a difference of you already starting that dialogue.
Yeah.
You saying, girl, talk about her feet. Just talk about her feet. I read for you to talk about her feet because she knows what she personally told her about her mom. So, I mean, I could see that, but Giselle did say, talk about her feet and hands because they are
pretty large. Why do we remember the exact words? That is awful.
She said, because they are pretty large. She's like, stay away from the mamas. But Candace said at no point did people tell her.
Mia has been talking about Candace in her confessionals, and Mia started talking about Candace first because she didn't like Candace was defending Wendy. That could have happened. So Tay, hi ladies, love your show. I think Candace went after Mia because Karen brought Mia, and Candace hasn't talked yet.
That's what I said.
That makes sense.
I didn't understand. I remember. Go ahead.
Come on, Callie. We can barely hear you talk, Callie.
Still, I love how Candace defends Wendy.
Where was the lie? She had to do.
She defends her at every cost.
No, you can't dictate how a person responds to things that you say, but you decide as a person on how low you're going to get. So Candace goes to the gutter, and so does Mia. Mia's gutter too. She's been gutter on Twitter.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Gutter. She all in the mud. She's filthy dirty. So I'm not defending Mia. Let me be clear.
On camera, she's not. She's like Jiminy Crickets, and she's like
on the show, she's not.
She's not.
Candace is gutter.
Yeah,
and that's the point that I was saying is Candace doesn't understand good shade versus just being mean. There really is a difference. There are things that we laugh at to say that girl's feet, although that may be a part of body change. She ain't got no control on how big her feet or hands are. It's at least funny when she said with her big old feet.
Them feet was big.
It's not funny to call a woman a concubine. In my opinion, it's not funny to call a woman who just had a baby 30 days ago wide body. It was funny. Like nobody laughed. If nobody's laughing,
it was the forehead. It kind of expands.
Right, and she does have a big forehead.
Yeah, no.
Because I thought that baby didn't look like her until
that forehead came out.
Like, oh, that's why. Because it wasn't no big. And she got so much hair. I don't focus on her forehead.
And so Candace said, I had never. Mia's coming in trying to take over, and it's not working.
She's earning her spot.
She's trying to take over. I think she's trying to secure a spot.
I think she's doing a good job.
I think for a new person, at least we got a clue. We're assuming of her personality. We don't even know who Wendy is. We don't know if the Wendy from last year is her or this chick that's on her now.
Hopefully, okay. A person has the right to go gutter when you come after people. I do that and will shut a person down.
She didn't come after her.
There is no such thing, Kabbalah. That's why you always in jail. Facebook jail, Latoria. You gotta stop it.
Y'all act like she made some kind of calculated something to make a comment here and there isn't coming after somebody.
Callie said she will bail you out.
Low budget. That's bad. I don't care what the situation is. If she
Callie
knew
will bail
about
you
it
out
or not.
Y'all are Tara sisters, right?
Because for real, Let's have a real conversation. Would you want somebody to really come after Dot? Because I got about 15 Jones that's on the tip of my head that I could go in on her mama right now.
No, we're not talking about Dot.
Okay. Exactly. So I'm just saying, we shouldn't go.
But I got about 20.
We shouldn't talk about women's people mama.
I don't think you should talk about mama kids. That's off. So do you think it's okay to talk about mamas and kids, Latoria?
It's not. It's not okay. So I mean,
okay. So we have no not cool with the name calling.
There and talked about Dot, because I mean it was plenty to work with.
It was.
It's plenty to work with.
Mia could have just been like, "Well, your mother was talking to me. Like it was not a one-sided conversation, love. Like your mother was talking to me. I don't
Bigfoot
understand."
Started the conversation, did she not?
Who did?
No.
Bigfoot.
Ashley Dot said something initially to her. Now, she continued the conversation when she went back over there and asked her, well, who's getting paid? But she was talking about, where's Chris? Why ain't this happening? She was complaining. And if you remember, Diane, I think her name is Diane or Dot or whatever, she went to one person after another.
Dorothy, the mama.
Yeah, she was talking to Giselle.
Karen.
She was talking to Karen.
Wendy.
She was talking to because Wendy left. That's why Wendy left. Wasn't nobody asking our mama no questions.
Yeah.
That's literally why Wendy left. She was like, I don't want to be involved
Wendy
with this.
in Alaska, because I'm going to call her Alaska because I can't get a name right.
A
scholar.
That's about as bad as areola. Okay.
So it's not cool. We got a lot of comments, y'all. It's not cool with the name calling. Candace can be reckless. You can't miss Ashley's forehead. It might be a 5 head, actually. Okay, she didn't say that idea.
Wide body.
When you hit people with good punches.
Candace mom is crazy.
Well,
yeah,
that's what I mean for a new person who's coming in strong. I love her, but she's reckless.
She is.
So y'all like Aries.
Who's reckless?
Aries, man. No wonder I love y'all. I love Aries.
Latoria,
and
you Aries?
And you are too. That's why y'all both crazy.
I ain't crazy.
Very passionate. I love Aries. Woo-hoo. Anyway, listen.
My mama and me and my sister, my mama will destroy
Come after
your
my
soul.
mom and me, my sister and my mama will destroy your
yes,
soul.
honey. You do not come after Montez, okay? We will fight everybody, okay? I might get beat up, but you gonna remember this.
I
fight,
noticed
okay?
that Mia didn't say nothing.
She didn't. Don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
That made me think of that comment, T, where she told us somebody was coming at her in the comments, and then they brought up your mama. And T said she sent that to her mama, and the mama clowned the girl. I didn't heard it all.
What?
Yes.
You don't talk about it, baby.
You're awful.
Latoria
said she'll talk about somebody's child.
Candace's mom is crazy. Candace's mama was dead wrong. Dot is a troublemaker. Yes, Dorothy is. She bopped, girl. She did bop.
Is that her name?
Her name is Dorothy. Yeah.
Oh, Dorothy. Okay.
It was an accident. It was a coin purse.
Candace's head was big as Ashley's that day, and it ran into it. Okay. We're so happy you got to catch us live, Tay. You're so sweet. She was shocked at Chris.
I like
his job.
Cause that's how she started it, Joy. She said, "Can you believe he quit his job?"
Yeah, that is how she started. Yeah,
Antoinette, that's how it started.
Yeah, because people didn't initiate that conversation.
Right.
They felt comfortable enough because Dot was running her mouth. Because no reason for her to generally think it's okay to go ask somebody, mama, that you just met that day. She felt comfortable because her mama was running her mouth.
Latoria, I don't know if I'm gonna let somebody talk about my mama. And not my kid either. You ain't talking about my kid. Or my man. You ain't talking about my man.
I think it hurts more now than it does when you a kid. When you a kid, you just defending your mama because that's your source of love. But today, you know what your mama sacrificed for you. And what the things your mother experienced when you're an adult. It hurts more to talk about my mother because as a kid, I can beat you up. I can't do that.
Not now.
Now.
Because I like my house and my car and my job.
I think that's why it used to bother me so much when Heavenly used to do it to Mariah.
Yeah.
It was so childish because it's just like, them like fighting words.
I don't think Heavenly has a good relationship with her mother.
I told you, we were talking about this one day. I said my comeback to her was gonna be where yours at.
Right. What did she lock you in the basement? Are you still in the basement? Are you still children of the corn?
Because I heard
The flowers in the attic.
Family mess with you.
Are you flowers in the attic? Don't eat that cookie with the white stuff on it, Heavenly. All right. That's people who read the book. Chris and Candace don't respect each other enough for the management. Get amen. She needs to get a manager and let Chris be a husband. What do you all think about that?
Absolutely.
I would agree.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that's what Giselle was saying. She didn't say it in the right way.
She actually did. They just cut and paste what
you think that's what happened?
Yeah.
Then after show she described
told her a lot more than that.
Okay, because
she started off with some sweetness. You know, she always say that dude is a phenomenal
He's
cook.
great. I thought she did that in the after show though, not in the show.
She actually said in the after show. I actually said way more than that.
Okay, so I missed that part.
Said that phrase because I was telling her that he's a really good cook.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to be in his lane. You need to be in yours. He should not be in a true meaning of the sense. She actually used the phrase coattail correctly. Mm-hmm. It just is such a negative
connotation to
a negative connotation, mm-hmm. But she actually used it correctly. If he was to be her manager and leave what he was doing, he would literally be riding her coattails. That's literally in the true meaning of that phrase. That's what not an idiom. Yeah, it's an idiom.
It's an idiom.
What that idiom means.
Look at teacher. Go ahead, girl. I know it too, though. I'm a reader. Let's see. I can talk about my mama, but nobody else can. Honey, I can too. But I don't say too much about it because she's amazing. Latoria's laughing. Let's see. Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. So I want Chris to become a chef. And I think Candace has learned from this. I don't think he's probably managing her as much anymore, but it was a growing process. It was a learning process.
I do agree with that a little bit too, Latoria. But this isn't the show for that. I think in the real world, I think you're correct. She said she don't think anybody should be telling anybody what to do in their marriage, especially if nobody asks you. But this ain't the show for that. In the real world, you are correct. But because if you're in the real world amongst your girlfriends, everybody got an opinionated girlfriend,
right?
Unsolicited advice that she don't even follow herself.
Right?
We all got
that girlfriend that's be like, girl,
cousin, sister, this like that.
Girl, why he take that job at night?
Right.
Why he ain't at home with the kid? Why he didn't take them to school? If he work at night and he get off, why he didn't take the child to school? Why you gotta take them before you go to work?
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
Wendy's not including Giselle and Robert on trip wasn't cool. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think they're gonna come later.
She didn't include them. She did give them a stank invitation. It was just stank. It was just on some stank. And they do come. I know that they come because Giselle said it was the worst
trip. She said it was the worst trip.
But I hope she got like different accommodations or something because Wendy is so shady. She would put them like in a twin room.
Yes.
With a twin
Antoinette
bed.
said she was that girlfriend. I can see you being that girlfriend, Antoinette. You do not have to find a date, okay?
You don't have to find a date.
She's gonna bring her boot. Let's go and her luggage.
And Giselle said she was so glad she wasn't there when they was throwing at Sally because she said they would have found a way to blame me.
Yep.
She said I could have been in the bathroom
and they would have blamed her.
They would have blamed her.
They blame her for everything. What else did I have? Let me see.
Wendy defense with Robin. She didn't say anything about wine because Karen said it won't come from past history. It don't matter. You either offer people to come with their spouses or you don't.
No, because she did, Latoria. Her exact words, I know Ray will be there. Right. And I know Gregine will be there. Right. And I hope Michael can make it. Yeah. And then y'all can bring your luggage.
Yeah, she did. She didn't even invite wine. Right. Now, she may have later, but she, like I said, it's so stank. Like I wouldn't even come. Jamal might be.
And they said
something else that happened.
At the after show, Jamal was there. And
okay, I was just gonna say.
Okay, go ahead then.
So y'all have to watch the after show.
Yes, I'll post them.
Allegedly, the day that they leave for this trip, Jamal was in. At the very least, Baltimore.
Right,
he was on that coast.
Okay.
I have a feeling. I wonder if they are still together.
They may still be doing some stuff.
I am.
The man has needs, and he's still married to her in the eyes of God.
He is. No, he is.
How fine?
Yeah.
Juan is very good looking.
Juan is so fine.
Yeah, people be saying she by far has the nicest looking husband.
Yes, yeah.
He is fine.
Yeah,
Juan is fine. Martell is fine, even with that bucket hat and those Garanimals on. He's still fine.
He can. Juan Dixon appreciate. Yes, we need to do an appreciation post for Juan Dixon in the group. Callie,
he is a nice looking guy.
That's on you, Callie. You can do that really well. So Jamal was in the luggage. Y'all ain't right. He could have been. Well, Jamal may have been the reason she was
on us. She gonna do a Kenya on us and pop up and be married. I was married.
Portia married. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. So
that would be so good.
That is why she was late.
When I say Portia, I mean
no. But did y'all see the post with the ring in his? But anyway, in Las Vegas. Okay. Anyway, so that's probably why Giselle was late. Because Jamal was coming.
Okay. You're so wrong.
Okay. Candace was like, oh no. Okay. I hope he don't when they said Michael. She did. What? No, she's like, I hope that Michael can't come. Because
I don't think Michael would come. He wouldn't. I don't think Michael want to mess with this crew.
So T, you really think she needs to leave Jamal alone?
I mean, she wants so bad to be in.
I don't think it's so bad. She has not given us so bad nothing. She ain't showed no so bad emotions toward nothing. So you give her that one, but go on. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Callie.
She wants to be loved. She wants to be in a relationship like that. I just don't know if Jamal is the right person, but I'm here for it. He's cute too, though.
I think she just wants her family. You know how
I don't think he's cute. But I know why she's attractive.
Oh my God, yeah.
But I know why she's attractive.
Oh yeah.
Did y'all see his post the other day where he was asking people to tell him if he could sing or not?
But Latoya, in the eyes of the Lord, they are still married.
They are still married.
That's
the only marriage.
That's the only marriage that they have. Yes.
They stood before God.
Yes.
And a judge.
And no man break that up.
Yeah. I'm sorry, they've been divorced for 13 years. But
in the eyes of God, they are still married.
No.
In the eyes of the Lord.
Of the Lord. Juan looks like he was a young player who let the fame get to his head, and that's why he did that
better with age, though.
But I think Juan is the man he should be today. That's right. I feel like that's the story that you told, Joy, about the couple. Yeah. He played around a little bit, and then they stuck around, and now they're mature and they know now. And I feel like that.
And ain't nobody not gonna use him. You know, he built a life with her, lost a life with her, and rebuilt it back. Because for a second, Juan wasn't even working. I don't know if y'all know that.
No, he wasn't. So he got his coaching job.
She talks about that she can remember. Not that I love that she said that, but she just allowed. She said she remembers doing
surveys
for $100 just to buy groceries.
Yep.
Like that struggle.
If y'all listen to their Reasonably Shady, they are some of the most honest people in the world on those shows. You just got, you get a whole different look of Giselle and Robin. For people who don't even like them, if you listen to that, you would kind of be like, oh, it's kind of, they're different. I'm just gonna say that. So
I really don't think that he humiliated her, T, and I'll tell you why. Monique was successful in creating a narrative, but I don't think that he did. And I'll tell you why. Even now, I don't know them. I ain't trying to pretend like I do, but on its face, if you look at real time, even the lady that Monique presented, even if you go back to her text, it's a ton of videos on YouTube because she was on a campaign tour that whole season last season.
Right.
This time last year, she was on a whole, because the season aired this time last year. So blogs and stuff were interviewing her. You can go watch them. Even according to her and Jamal's very last interaction was in August of 2019. And he flew her in. She was flown in, if that's the word. She flew in. And I guess you have to assume whatever due was done. The issue is, it was like, I don't know the exact dates, but it was like early August. The issue is this this was also when season 3 was airing their what do you call it? Reunion. And that is where Giselle announced that she was seeing Jamal again.
Yeah.
I think she jumped the gun. Because if you go back even to the season that we watched that actually aired with us in the fall of 20 was actually filmed in the fall of 19. They were a whole year behind because of COVID. When they aired that, they had been together a year. But if you watch that show, if you believe she fakes her scenes, then you're not going to believe it. I don't believe she does. When she was sitting in the car with Jamal and they were having a conversation, it was like they were just agreed to really be boyfriend and girlfriend. And one of the things that he said to her was, I was waiting on you. I'm with you. I've been waiting on you. It's like they didn't have that conversation. Like, you know how you talking to a guy and all you doing is talking. You ain't had sex. You ain't did nothing like that. Y'all just talking.
You're not exclusive.
You're not exclusive. It was almost like it could have been a situation where he may have explained it away, but it could have been that. Like, I didn't know what we were doing, to be honest. So I was dating this chick up until you made it clear that we were dating.
So
I'm gonna be honest with you. So it could have been for me. I'm an outsider looking in. I don't know these people. I'm just guessing. I'm a person that read between the lines. I listen to what's not being said. That's why I'm a man reader.
She thinks she's a man reader, honey. She's gonna do the movie What Men Want. So she is saying that the humiliation happened before Monique. So it's when he had all those babies. I don't know how many he had, but when he cheated on her, but she left him then.
But he cheated on her, but he didn't have those babies while they were together.
Right.
He did, because the boy is like 8. So it's not like even at best, even if he's 10, he's 10. So the boy isn't as old as Giselle's twins. I do believe he was cheating on her, and that is humiliation. But I do think that people get redeemed. That you can be redeemed. I don't think that we are a past unless you continue to bring your past. But something else that he said, and I also am soft on preachers. My daddy was a preacher. My granddaddy was a preacher. They are not flawless men.
Right.
One of the things that he said that I could have hugged him for is when he was doing his little binder thing, he said, the reason that this is even happening is because of my past. It's my past. This isn't her fault or so-and-so's fault. The only thing that I wish that he had been clearer about is that he had been clearer about where he stands with her. That's the only thing. And what I mean by that is he just been crystal clear and be like, I'm rekindling with my ex. Right. And I hope that this works out. I wish that he was, but that's just us wanting to hear something. It wasn't what he owed us.
I think he should have said it though.
I agree. I wish that he had her.
Well, Ty said Jamal is her security blanket. He knows what she's going to get with him. Sometimes you just don't want more numbers. I mean, like, you just don't want to add to your number. And I can get that. No, so you don't think that they are still married our Lord. Yep, and God was watching Jamal cheat too. Yeah, I mean, he watched him. But I don't think that meant just for Catholics, Latoria. Let's see.
I know what you're saying. No, they're not legally married, but
but in the eyes
when you stand before God, that is your wife. In some places, even in in Islam, the Quran actually gives a number about how many times you can leave your wife. In other words, I can't remember. I want to say it's like 3 times. So in other words, you divorce, but you still messing around. You divorce. It's like a number. I can't remember what it is, but it's literally a number. So in other words, that's still your wife. In other words, you need to figure out where you're going to be. Don't be dipping in and dipping out. Pick her or leave her alone.
The car was
That's basically what it said. But there's a specific number, and it could be off because we read it from the Quran to English.
I agree, T. Never
the translation of it all, the Hebrew.
Yeah, it could be a translation issue, but it's based off of, in other words, you have to pick. You can't divorce her, then go back in her, divorce her, go back. You have to decide what you want to do.
I always say remixes are not for relationships, they for records. And don't go back to your ex. I would never go back to my ex. But
I ain't never had no ex word.
Yeah, I had an ex. It doesn't matter. Never go back to a person who humiliated you. She was the first land. She said, redeem it for the Lord, but not before her. Okay. He had a baby on her. When they was dating, he had a baby. Later came out that they found out the lady who had the baby.
Now that part might be true.
Okay, I don't know.
One of the girls, he has two older daughters. But it has to be, that daughter has to be when they were early dating, because that girl just graduated. That girl is in college. That girl just crossed AKA.
Yes.
So
why doesn't he?
But she's older. Like that was before just.
Yeah, but he has another daughter that's older than her. So that's when people keep making comments. They're off. They had to have been maybe dating. They weren't married, is my point. Because Grace is 16 or 17.
17.
That girl is like 21 or 22 or something. But he does have another daughter that's older than her. It's not one that's younger, other than
it's one that's older.
Grace.
So she said, what was y'all expecting for God to strike him down blind or something for cheating? T said, God doesn't have to strike him down. That doesn't mean he deserves a second chance with the woman he humiliated.
He doesn't. But one of the things that I've always taken comfort in, when I've ever come across, again, this comes from a preacher's daughter and granddaughter. I have to remind myself, if you are a biblical person, if you're a woman of the word, if you listen to the men in the Bible that God picked to do fantastic things, they were imperfect men.
Oh, that was Noah.
The only
Moses
one that
was a murderer.
was perfect was Jesus.
Yes,
none of them were perfect.
Moses had a stutter, so Aaron had to speak for him.
Right.
I got stories.
Right. Liars. Drunks.
Cheaters. Prostitutes. Because I was talking to somebody and I was like, the Lord knows my heart, and he was around drunks and prostitutes, and I ain't none of them. So I know he knows my heart if he knows that.
He doesn't pick perfect people.
No, you don't.
So when you come across, I have to remind myself of that. When you come across preachers that you feel like should be living a certain way or doing certain things, now they shouldn't be blatantly doing these things. No. It shouldn't be running through the women in the church and, doing that sort of thing. You have to sit them down. I get that. But I'm talking about those that, look, we're blessed if that ain't your weakness. Because we all got one. We finna go to church today. We all got weaknesses.
Everybody has a moment.
Some of them in quiet and some of them are out loud.
Jamal's is women, and that's just his. It's just what it is. Everybody has it.
All of us have flaws.
Jamal is a dog and Giselle knows it, but she also knows if she has an itch, he's going to, and he can scratch it better than others. It's safe for her. Not good, but that's how I look at the relationship. They were both married.
Or he could honestly have loved him. He could have
be a good scratcher.
And I could say it's a curse, but sometimes we fall in love with imperfect men too. And that's just the guy that you just can't get over. You try to replace him, but it's something about that person.
Everybody has that friend or mother or cousin or something. Everybody knows a girl like Giselle. That's why I'm like, why are people so hard on her? Because I know they're not hard on their girlfriends like that. Listen, we know God qualifies the call, not calls the qualified. It still doesn't mean that he deserves a second chance with Giselle. He can turn his life around over there.
Yeah, that's not for either one of us to determine. So I don't know. I just look at it from his perspective in regards to he's imperfect, but that doesn't also mean that you punish somebody forever if that's where your heart is. It depends on.
And Jamal is not a bad man. I mean, If y'all follow him on Instagram, the stuff that he's doing in Atlanta is amazing. I mean, like
his lectures are phenomenal.
I mean, just the stuff he's doing in the community. Y'all have to watch and see what this man is doing. I'm not saying that he's a great man in a relationship, but as a man of the community and of the people, he is doing so much stuff for those people. I mean, he's building a Black Wall Street. He's doing during COVID. They fed all these people. He got the kids back. I mean, he got them to the polls. He's the reason that those senators are in there. The Georgia turned blue. He helped with that. I'm telling y'all, he has done so much at New Birth. That's why they're not letting him go. Yeah. I mean, it's just the truth. Yeah. Let's see. What's this? And Karen tried to make it look like he's creeping on her was hilarious. I don't remember that.
What she say? And Karen trying to make it look like he's creeping on her was I mean,
oh, okay. No.
I don't remember that. Being a community servant doesn't mean. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, not that he's a good romantic person. Yeah,
it's not for us to determine.
I got you, T. I'm agreeing with that.
Looking in, I don't know what he is romantically. I'm just saying I know why she's attracted to him. Because he's not nice looking to me.
Me either.
If he just walked in the grocery store, then I would look. But I could see why if I sat in his lecture and after Sunday, I could see why a woman would find him attractive.
Yes, Giselle said that she heard him speak. She didn't see his face, and she knew that she was wanted to be with him. Just from listening to him, there was at an NAACP event. She said, I heard his voice, and that's when I knew. So he's not, he's not a looker. Oh, Bishop Eddie Long, God.
Good as well.
Woo, we're not going to talk about him. Is he still alive?
He's dead.
That's what I thought. Okay. We know I was like, because I went to his church. Yeah. We know what he is once when I was in Atlanta. We know what he is romantically. He ain't there. Right. I agree. Okay, let's get off Jamal, y'all, because enough people are on Jamal. All right. So let's go. George. Okay, so Mia, we talked about that, and you had mentioned something. When I was watching that scene, I was like, I remember when Joy was saying that she was the responsible child. And so her parents didn't have to check on her as much. And that's what Mia's mom is like too. Mia is the responsible child. She doesn't have to worry about her. Mm-hmm. So that's probably why she lives with the sister too. That was another thing I want to say. Mm-hmm. So did y'all think that the Reasonably Shady invitation was horrible?
It fit what it was. Nobody just knew what it was. I thought that they would have known because we knew what it was, but I keep forgetting that this was all the way back. But if you listen, Wendy actually guessed it. She said, I'm assuming, she said, I look at context clues. Mm-hmm. So she was like, I'm assuming it's some kind of business venture. Nobody knew what it was. I have no idea. That's a very good question, Montanique.
Right.
Because she actually guessed it correctly. She did. She said
I almost didn't come.
Yeah.
Wendy.
That's because she didn't want to be there. She just didn't want to be there.
And I didn't think it was.
She said they were horrible.
She said it wasn't. She said it was fun and funny to watch. But yeah, Wendy did say that. She said that they're doing some type of business together. Yeah, and then Giselle said, I can understand Karen thinking she was a hater. But Wendy, why you think you are a hater? Is it because you're a hater? Because it was how you read it. Are you my friend or are you a hater?
It's kind of like text messages. Mm-hmm. When you read in text message, you be like, why you got an attitude? I always say, boo, that must have been what your attitude was. Because I can't dictate how you read it.
Amen. It's your tone.
Totally different. Right. What are you doing versus girl? What you doing?
It's the tone that you read it in.
Exactly. Have nothing to do with me.
It's your mindset. So let's talk about the candles because I feel like this one Wendy got stank. When Karen gave Giselle the big
I tell you, that girl is so jealous.
The candles. And she was like, she called her Jizzy, I think. I'm giving you this because you're injured. So Giselle got the people. I don't care what nobody says. As much as they say they don't like Giselle, she always get the best gifts from everybody. She gave her the good stuff, and then she sent Wendy or with Mia. One of them went to get the rest. So I feel like Wendy was mad because you see her face. when she bought out them
And
candles.
they kept showing her with her lips all poked out. Like, what's wrong with you? You need to go put some Vaseline on your lips. I like the whole time, it was almost like something was stuck in her back or something. She was like,
right. It was just like
she's taking notes, so she'll know next time she goes to a party to bring one of her business candles or something.
But she don't have them yet, Callie.
She still waiting.
She ain't got nothing.
Girl, she probably got 1,000 of them.
I think they know that.
You hear me? In her basement. Ready to sell.
So do you think it's better? Well, from what Karen says, 1 wick candle is for a powder room, a small powder room. Well, 3 wick candle is for a large area. So 1 wick, 1 till Wendy's candle is less.
How many are in Bath and Body Works? I
think it's 3 on the big one.
Y'all.
Or 4.
I had to take my earplugs out. Here's the question: 1 wick, 2 wick, but is it a wood wick or a string wick?
Oh, does it burn differently?
Yes, it does. So, do y'all follow MJ? Well, he just got out his line of candles, and he said it's only a 1 wick. No, it's a 2. His are 2 wicks, but it's wood wick, and it burns longer, even when it looks like it's not burning. And so then I thought, well, Karen's gonna have some problems
because Karen's didn't look wood wick.
Oh, they do have the big candles or 3 wick candles.
Yeah, at Bath and Body Works, the big ones, which I already told y'all, I do wax melts. They don't burn your house down. So I don't do candles. So I'm not buying neither one of y'all things. And Giselle, I'm not buying your lashes, but I did buy some cheap lashes and I might try them on one day.
Oh, speaking of lashes, they have a lash bar in the mall. I mean, the vending machine. Have y'all seen that before?
Oh, is it Goddess Lady? Is it hers? Because she got the weave. Oh,
but that's smart though. Remember the girl from
so they're cheaper than Giselle's and cuter.
Remember the girl from
Bell Collective. That's why I said was it her?
Had the vending machines with hair.
Right.
So okay, so Wendy
eyelashes and fingernails.
Shut up.
It does.
So I was thinking Wendy was mad, not just about the Reasonably Shady thing, because it was about the candles, because she seemed okay until Karen brought those candles, and then after that her entire demeanor just went downhill.
I wonder why she wants to be attached to her. Giselle said in one of her interviews that Wendy, and she was real hesitant to say this. She said, I don't even know if I could say this. But Wendy, she finally said it. She said, you know what? I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this. I'm just going to say it. She said that Wendy requested to film
with Karen. Yeah.
I wonder why she wants to be attached.
She said that she requested Giselle said it. And she also said in one interview that they was like, are you worried about Wendy at the reunion? And she was like, no, because I already know Wendy going to be in front of the mirror rehearsing.
Well rehearsed.
She's going to be well rehearsed.
You probably got
what kind of, let us know about your candles. We'll show them on the show. So let us know. Get in touch with one of us or chat her up or whatever. And let us know. We will talk about your candles. How many wicks they got?
Well, they look. What
Because I don't want to call you 1 wick, okay?
I love lemon, everything. Lemongrass is my favorite scent.
Yeah, what are your flavors or scents or whatever? All right, let me go down this thing because y'all, it's late. Okay, we're going to get done soon. So,
I'm always eating when I'm on this game.
Right, let's see. Giselle dropped the tape on her foot. So Giselle's in a boot. Karen did the peace offering. I really thought that was nice of Karen to do the peace offering.
And I really like their dynamic when they get along. Like I wish that they could hear this. Y'all were so much fun. This was the best episode this season.
It was so good.
Because it had enough of everything in one episode. And Karen was funny. And I love how the camera kept going in and out. Like when she
God,
so woozy because she had just got vaccinated. Look, vaccinated.
Vaccinated. But even with them doing the special effects, because them bugs wasn't that loud, the gnats. The production company was just shady with all the sound effects.
I wonder did she do she should have did those Cabalabra.
Yes,
I thought the outside was really cute.
It was pretty.
I just want that chair.
I think they both look really pretty in this picture. What else? I thought Giselle daughters looked so beautiful. They're such good girls.
They said, that there was a video of people saying that Wendy was looking at her daughter.
I know, but I couldn't find it.
I couldn't find it either.
Okay.
That Wendy was looking at Grace like real stank
when she walked by with to do the car.
I told you she acts like something is like stuck. Like
look at Karen's face, y'all. Karen was everything this episode.
She was so, but you know what? When she kept saying Loopy, the people do say that when they get the vaccine, they feel funny, and I've heard that. Like they can't put a exact whatever on there, but they feel funny.
Yeah,
so I kind of think that probably mixed with a shot.
But somebody said, did Karen drive home, Loopy? Or
I don't know if she drove home.
No, she was so drunk. I could.
But so, what did y'all think about Grace moving the car? Because a lot of people are upset.
Did she have a DUI? Didn't Karen have a DUI before? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, Karen does like to drink.
That's why she ended up getting the driver. Remember the driver that they thought
that is she did. So what do y'all think about Wendy almost getting put out? Would you have tried
Wendy did get put out. She just didn't get up and leave.
She just didn't leave. That's first of all, they couldn't leave because Candace was blocking everybody. Even if she wanted to leave, she could.
And Giselle was enjoying that because she's been kicked out of so many parties.
I know.
She got kicked out of what's her name party.
She got kicked out of Monique's house.
Kicked out of Monique's house twice. Right. I know she was just like, girl, we're gonna do this again.
And so the first time she kicked somebody out, they don't leave. I'm upset.
And she couldn't really get up because her poor little foot. But do y'all think Wendy was wait a minute? Do y'all think that Wendy was acting a little strange? I think it was because of the candle, and then it was a mixture of. I think she didn't like that they were doing that business together. Before she got her stuff. Like I feel like
they mentioned, and I think the cherry on the cake that really ticked her off is that they mentioned the rumors again.
The rumor.
But something I want to mention to you all. Y'all notice that these rumors have taken a life of their own. Nobody knows the details. Nobody talks about the details. Nobody talks about the fact that this baby was due on the 4th of July, allegedly. That's what the blog said. Nobody talks about the fact that it was supposed to be a white woman that he worked with. No one has mentioned one detail about these rumors that were in the blog. Nobody talks about the fact that
Idris Eddie is supposed to have a baby back in July.
Yeah,
that baby was supposed to be born around.
This was like July. 8 months ago when all this was said.
This is what the rumors in the blog. Yeah. Nobody talks about the fact that the blog said that they were $1 million in debt with student loans. Nobody talked about the fact that her tribe and her bloodline was cursed. And nobody talks about the fact that 9 chances out of 10, Eddie's family, somebody from Eddie's family likely put these out. Because if you read the blog, it reads like Americans don't even talk like this.
No.
Her bloodline being cursed and all. We don't even talk like that. That's nothing that
you did see somebody talking about it. Okay.
I'm saying
on the show.
On the show, and generally all people are saying is the rumors. My point to say all of that is the rumors are more about Wendy's reaction than they are about actually what was said.
Yes, that's all it is.
And if Wendy has said, girl, y'all know, I'm telling you, I would have ended with, they also said I was cursed. Do you believe that?
Or even with when she said that's the same blog that said you had STD. Okay, if that's what happened, then I don't believe the damn blog.
Right.
Okay,
and
that's making your point invalid. Right.
That was literally what she said. She was like, "But it's not true.
It's not true."
And left it alone.
Imagine if she had gotten up and like, "Who got an STD? You got an STD."
Right.
You nasty old husband stood over her and berated her for 10 solid minutes. Left, came back, berated her some more. That rumor would have taken a whole new life of its own. But because she was like, but it's not true though. I don't know if she got an STD or not, but she know.
Right. But she was like, it's not true. And I'm telling y'all, that's low key where Karen said the hot box thing from.
Yeah.
It's low key where that came from.
What was happening was, I'm glad you mentioned that. What was happening was the hot box, they had filmed the first party at Wendy's house. And it leaked what Karen said at the house. And they were talking about it in the blog. And the blogs, because I specifically remember people saying, I tweeted about it. I remember tweeting, if you think we want to watch you and Giselle fight for a whole season, you got another thing. I literally tweeted that because the blogs were tweeting that Karen accused her of having a STD. That's what they said herpes.
They were saying she had herpes. And I was like, Karen better not say that because I will not watch it. And
so that's what we're reading in real time, what was leaked to us in the blogs.
And so I don't think the reason that she told her to get out was not after the STD thing. It was because Wendy kept going off and saying nasty things. It was more of Robin, because Robin was like, I'm not going to let you have this bad attitude towards me. Like, it was more, Giselle didn't care about it.
And that's crazy. Giselle said it. She was like, the crazy thing is Robin hasn't done anything to her. Her gripe is really with Giselle, but for whatever reason, she hones in, she attacks Robin. I don't understand it. Like, project all of that at Giselle. Why are you mad at Robin? Robin really hasn't done or said anything. The only thing Robin has done has been Giselle's friend. Yep. I don't understand why she attacks Robin like that. So I'm like, does she want to be Giselle's friend? Is that the problem?
I don't think she likes their friendship. A lot of people don't understand Giselle and Robin still being friends because reality TV breaks up friendships, but it's not breaking them. And people don't like that. Exactly. Robin was not trying to even get on Wendy. Mm-hmm. I mean, she was making sure she could get
her at the house. And if you watch, I thought she was talking to Giselle when she was like, you don't even have a relationship to call on or something.
And she was talking to Robin.
She was talking to Robin. She wasn't talking to Giselle. So that's why I was so confused. I was like, well, what did Robin say? Robin didn't say nothing. She just sat there, she was drunk, and took it for the most part.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird to me. Like, she hones in, she attacks Robin by the neck because I think she does it because Robin shows far more emotion than Giselle does.
Robin goes out.
Because Giselle is like, girl, it's all that Wendy said to her. She was like, girl, when the food gonna be here?
Right. She said, I'm hungry.
That's the only thing.
That's all she said. I'm hungry. She was mad she couldn't get a rise.
Bothers them.
It does. It does. Let's see. Did she throw a dig at John? Yeah, she did throw a dig. That was my question. Okay, anything else? That's all I had in my notes. Let's see.
Threw a dig?
No, I said, did she just, on my notes, I said, did she just throw a dig at Ron and Robin's relationship? I said, yes, she did. That was just my notes.
Why would you go there?
That's why, okay, let's see. That's why I love Robin telling Juan on the phone in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Robin said, why would you have to go there and say that? Why are you being aggressive?
And I you know that's going to be a part, but I can honestly say this ain't no colorism. Wendy really is being aggressive. This ain't about her being dark-skinned and she being light-skinned. Y'all can kill that. That girl is being aggressive. She attacks her aggressively.
I agree.
This ain't a situation where Robin is constantly coming for her. That's not the case. That girl attacks Robin, and you like, why?
Latoria, we talking about Potomac.
Wendy had the stank face the whole time, Latoria. She was mad after the candles. That messed her whole mood up. And then when Mia, because she was like, don't touch my shoulder. Come on, Latoria. Mia touched her shoulder a little bit. She was like, don't touch my shoulder. Don't touch me. And then if you go back and watch, this heifer touched Mia's shoulder like 4 or 5 times after that. Go watch Wendy. She did it.
Latoria, are you at work right now or the bar? Which is it?
I do not think it's colorism.
It can't be colorism when they really are. I can understand if tell me one thing Robin has said about her this season. Like, honestly, all BS aside, you could talk about she's gaslighting.
I can say gaslighting, but not colorism. Because I think that question was a little gaslighty. When they said, should your friend, is it reasonable or shady for your friend to bring up something in the blogs? That can be a little. But I don't think it's
I
colorism.
thought that was a good time to have a dialogue.
But I'm just saying it could be considered
that was a.
But it's not colorism.
That's definitely not color. It's color. It's. I'm talking about the use of the word aggressive. Because
thank you, Tay. Robin, I don't think Giselle has. We do need to get off here, y'all.
Yeah, we do. It's all
Potomac will be all day for us. I love Potomac. I can talk about these stuff all day long. But I don't think. I mean, because a lot of people's like Giselle has dark skinned daughters. I mean, like, I don't. It's not. I just don't.
Well, I don't think that has anything to do with it, whether or not you have dark skinned daughters, if you date dark skinned men, because there is a such thing as pretty privilege, and I do believe that Giselle has it, but I don't think she has a problem. She doesn't seem to hide under that.
Before
ask OG. Oh.
The four of them trying to paint her.
But she was aggressive before that question.
She's doing that herself.
Yeah.
When you come and the entire time you sitting up there with your lips poked out, the entire time, that's a problem. Because the whole thing about even whether or not the rumor, and they mentioned it happened at the very, very end, at least what we saw.
Yeah.
Wendy was sitting up there with a stick up her back.
In the beginning,
the entire episode,
she called me a whack. I mean, like, she did all kinds. Y'all need to go back and watch. Y'all must really like Wendy. Wendy was not innocent in any of this. As soon as Karen brought out those candles, and as soon as she said, "I wasn't even gonna come," and they were like, "Why? Why weren't you gonna come?" Because I didn't like the invitation.
Yeah, I mean, that's how she
come on, y'all.
The whole situation.
With her little interlude.
For her to even wonder whether or not you was a hater, Giselle was like, I wasn't even talking about you. I was actually talking about her. But
yeah.
And Karen also, all of that shade that Giselle threw at Karen was so that's how you supposed to respond.
Yeah.
I don't even think she had a comment. She probably
didn't say nothing.
I don't want to be in there anyway.
Right, I ain't gonna pee. I want to go down there anyway. I'm scared of your house.
Right.
I'll hold my wee.
That's what she said after the show.
Yeah,
I
don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't think Wendy's as innocent in this as y'all are making her out.
No, she was being very aggressive. Wendy actually was. She's aggressively come after
Mia was aggressive,
but not necessarily Giselle, but Robin for
no
reason.
That move, she wasn't really getting up.
When did Mia get up? I remember Candace getting up and showing the mirror to Mia. So was that aggressive?
That's very aggressive.
I'm trying to figure out why we
that's real aggression. She literally was in front of Mia's face like this, acting like her hands were a mirror. That's aggressive. Like that,
let's not forget the whole party started with Wendy. She was like almost not. Well, okay.
But it was almost doesn't count. Have you heard the song by Brandy?
Yeah.
What she said?
Almost doesn't count, T.
Almost. Produced by Rodney Jones.
I don't like Wendy, but let's not forget the whole party started with Wendy being told. That's not how it all started. It all started with her sitting down saying she almost didn't come.
She almost didn't come because the invitation was shady. Y'all need to watch it.
That happened before that. The whole party started with her sitting down saying that she almost didn't come because she didn't like, she thought the invitation was wet.
Robin leaned
toward I gotta watch this again. I don't remember any of this.
Even if she leaned toward it, Robin was so far away from Wendy. Wendy was aggressive with her words.
But she was the only one acting aggressive?
Who? So why was Wendy the only one singled out as aggressive? Because of how she came at Robin. Robin didn't say those things. Robin actually was the ones that was in defense of her and Karen. When they were talking.
She was the one who made sure they could pee.
Right.
So why you mad at Robin?
And she started off like that. Although Wendy sat down talking about what she almost didn't do and why she didn't want to be there and how it was whack. And she said, well, it really wasn't. She was just like, it was for your haters. She was like, well, why would you think you was a hater? And then it wasn't in direction of her. And then that's when they were talking about the business venture, and Robin said, well, this almost didn't happen. And somebody was like, well, tell us what happened. And that's how that happened. But something happened before that. Wendy came in there with a stank face.
And then when Karen brought out them candles, she got worse. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. It's funny how we all watch the same show and have so many different perceptions.
Yeah.
don't think it was colorism.
Things.
So we can't use the word aggressive at all towards a black person.
I think that if somebody, only time that I think that it's, first of all, that this word would be appropriate is if one person comes after another person, the other one, it hasn't been sent, so to speak.
So the only thing they said at the
I'll even say this, not even to this day that we've seen has Robin come after Wendy.
Right.
Not even now. Not in the blogs, not in her explanation, even on the after the show. She doesn't come after Wendy. She just says, I just don't understand her. She never was my friend. I thought we were going somewhere. That's
sort of totally different
even
person.
To now. Robin don't even operate like that. So you can't say that there was a situation that Robin attacked her. Even now, watching the show, the after the show, as of now, I have not heard her say or do anything toward Wendy. And if you believe Wendy, when the rumors came out in the blog, Robin was the one that called her on the phone and was like, yo, what kind of lawyer is your husband? Because we can sue these people. Because at the time, they were saying some stuff about Juan and Robin, too.
Yes, I don't even. That's why I said they don't believe these bloggers. They don't
believe these rumors.
The only thing that was said at the B-Day dinner was, why wasn't Wendy invited? And she was like, well, she told me that she would talk to me when she was ready to talk, and we haven't spoken. And she said, well, maybe she's waiting for you to call her. What else did they say about Wendy at that dinner that was so bad?
Nothing.
But
that's how Candace took it back to her, because she stank. And then was like, we was talking about her for a whole hour. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that?
Yeah, I did.
Candace was like, y'all was talking about her for a whole hour.
She said
like,
45 minutes to an
said
hour.
Anything bad about you. We were talking about the situation, not necessarily about her negatively, but it does have something to do with how it's being, who took it.
Candace, so it wasn't Robin, it was Wendy. What else? She did. Robin told Wendy to shut up the hell up this season. So did you miss that 2 or 3? When did she tell her to do that?
She probably did tell her to shut up, but I can guarantee you it came after 15 things that she said to her. Because Robin don't come after people. That's not even her
started that, man.
She don't say nothing about it even now.
Oh my God, Latoya, they talk about each other when they're not in the room all the time. But they talked about Giselle at the wedding thing. Nobody was there but Karen and Mia. They do that in every episode. They talk about people who aren't there.
The situations. That's what they talked about. She act like they were saying, girl, her feet stink. She bleaching her arms.
Right.
They weren't talking about her. They were talking about the situation.
But it's a show. Okay, y'all. Well, I'm tired. Do we got anything else? We're going to have to do a whole nother show on colorism and what we feel is colorism, because I do not think this is colorism. So we gonna do a show on colorism. Y'all let us know when y'all are available.
As a matter of fact, I was talking to a friend of mine today. I was saying, I don't know if there is a such thing as reverse colorism, but if I've never seen it, I've seen it from this show.
Yes.
Because whenever they refer to Robin and Giselle, they mention a feature about them, regardless if it's they green eyes or they a post that I posted in a group was inspired by somebody saying them little light skin
green-eyed heifers. Yeah.
So if we wrote Wendy's black so-and-so or something like that, wouldn't it be just as derogatory?
Yes, they would be pissed.
They could talk about an attribute that Giselle and them can't control, that or had nothing to do with creating. It'd be one thing if they had on contact. You could talk about them like a dog. I would understand that. And yes, they do at times kind of piggyback on the green-eyed bandit and laugh at it.
Right.
They do. But
they turned that into lemonades because somebody called them that. Robin does jump to Giselle's defense. She does. But she did not start anything with Wendy. I agree with that. Robin listens to Giselle talk mess. Robin is Robin is reasonable, y'all.
Yeah, she does. Listen.
What is Kelly doing over there? Oh, Lord. Okay, so anything else, ladies? We're going to do a show on colorism. I think we're going to do a pop culture show. So send us some stuff that you all want to talk about, or just some topics like colorism. What else do we want to talk about?
Anybody want to come on here for colorism? Because I do think that's a conversation.
We need that. So get in touch with us. And we'll do a show on that. And any other hot topics that y'all think are out there that we need to discuss. Because I feel like slavery messed us up because we still mad at people for their colors. But anyway, y'all want to peace out? Yep. Oh, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page, which y'all really do follow. We probably need to get a few all to look at this on YouTube too, because our Facebook views are great, but I never share our YouTube link. So I might start doing that. This is all of our handles for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Anything else, y'all?
Nope.
All right, let's piece it out on 3. 1, 2. Hold on. Do we have another comment?
That's my fingers.
Oh, hold on. Love y'all. Good night, ladies. Let me know when we have. All right. Peace.
Toodles.
Toodles.
Yeah, it was fun.